After canceling 2 canoe trips in a row because Elo was sick, the vet finally gave us the green light to go camping. I didn't want to risk taking her into the backcountry, so I decided to do something completely new to me: car camping. We would spend our days paddling on the water and hiking to enjoy the beautiful fall colors, but our home base would be at the Rock Lake campground. This is part 2 of our fall adventure together in Algonquin Park. And we're back for round 2. I got home from my last trip on Sunday afternoon. Looked at the weather, saw that it was going to be beautiful for the next few days. I last minute checked what campsites were still available, and I booked a trip, and now we're on our way. I still did a campground instead of backcountry because I'm still not comfortable going to the backcountry with her. She's been sick for the past few weeks, so she's finished her meds, but she's still on a special diet for a little bit, and it's just easier to be near cell service and near my car in case anything happens and I need a quick exit. But we're back for round 2. I'll be back where I was a few days ago. 2 days later, same campground, fall camping in Algonquin Park with Elo, part 2. Elo, you ready? Stay. Stay. I'm paddling on Canon Lake right now. We were here a few days ago on Sunday when we were heading home from our first trip to the Rock Lake campground. On our last day we came here to paddle and it was crazy windy. Came up to the beach, took one look at the waves, said nope, turned around and got in the car and drove home. And then a couple days later we're back up again for part 2 of this trip. We're just starting, so we're going to paddle around, check out a whole bunch of campsites. I don't know if I have the energy to do all of them, and I think a few of them are occupied anyways. But we're going to do a whole bunch for sure. Elo, what do you think about this campsite? What would you rate it? The view, though. That view is something. We're just finishing up on Canis Bay Lake. We've been on the water for 3 hours. We got on the water at 11:15. It's now 2:15. We've paddled, we've circled the lake, checked out about 11 or 12 campsites. We're at either our last or our second last, depending on if the last one was occupied or not. It's a very beautiful day out. It's hot, it's sunny, there's barely any wind. It is just a gorgeous day to be on the water, and to get this in October with the colors, it's quite special. I think she's enjoying herself. How can you not with this view? Good girl. Good girl, Leela. It's a hot day out, isn't it, Leela? Come on. Good girl. Good girl, Leela. Good girl. Hey. Come here. Come here. What a beautiful day, Leela. You ready to keep going, Elo? We've been on the water for 3.5 hours. We circled Canis Bay. We checked out, I think, like 12 campsites or something. We checked out every single one that wasn't occupied, and I think that was like 12. So I'm going to give you a morning update from the car. So I went to the hospital last night because I cut my thumb and index finger. So I spent a few hours there. I left Elo in the car. I was checking on her whenever I was able to. She's such a good girl. She's so well behaved, and I love her. When I cut my hand, I have a first aid kit, but I knew that the time that it would take for me to get to it and open it and do all that stuff with one hand, and I just knew timing was important. So I went to the campsite right beside me, and there's a guy by himself, so I got him to help me. He just got some alcohol wipes and whatnot, so we cleaned it up, put some bandages on it, and I just kept it elevated above my heart for the whole hour and a half, like the 30 minutes it took to do everything, and then the hour drive to the hospital. So I drove to the hospital, waited to speak to the nurse, then waited to speak to the doctor. He said normally they would do stitches, but he thinks that super glue should be okay. And then there was someone with a heart attack on their way in, and there's one doctor. So he's like, you have me for another 2 minutes. He's like, if you want it done right now, we'll do super glue. Stitches is better, but it might not be necessary. The glue should be more than like okay for this. So I just went with the glue. So I had to get my tetanus shot as well. And then I have my thumb glued shut. So my arm is a little bit sore from the tetanus, but it's totally fine. It's just sore. And then my thumb and index finger are currently bandaged up, as you can see. I've been told not to get it wet or dirty for 3 days, keep this on, and after 3 days I can take it off and shower. And that's what happened. So then I drove back. I got back probably like 11:30 to the campsite. Got everything organized that I needed to do. Went to sleep. I slept surprisingly decently. I took an Advil before, just preemptively. And then this morning I was feeling good. Like, it's a little sore and tender, but it's fine. I don't think I need to go home. So I definitely can't be on the water because I can't paddle without those 2 fingers. I figured it's smart just to stay at the campsite, and honestly the view from the campsite is ridiculous. So I'm just going to stay at the campsite all day and relax. Walk around the campground, take pictures, hang with Elo, and just enjoy like a very quiet and lazy day here. I'm just out walking Elo. It's like 12:30. It's nice being absolutely lazy, like we're doing nothing today. We've just sat at the campsite for the morning. The view is gorgeous from the site. And we're gonna go back and do more of nothing, and then more nothing. Rinse and repeat. The scenery is like to die for this time of year, and the view from Rock Lake just to that western shoreline. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And Elo agrees, don't you, Elo? We just had a long walk, and now she's pooped. You're all tired, Elo? I know, me too. You're sitting in the sunshine on this 20 degree, 25 degree, whatever it is, beautiful, beautiful day in October. But my baby girl wants the shade. But this is the view that we're sitting in front of. What a treat to have this in October. To have these colors and this temperature. Hey, Elo. Oh my god, I love you. Oh baby girl, I love you. It's dinner time for me. I've got a Alpine Air, there you go, Alpine Air grilled chicken gumbo. It actually looks pretty tasty. Doesn't that look yummy? Morning of day 3. It's supposed to be a nice day. Right now it's just overcast. I'm just gonna hang out at the campsite for a couple hours. I'll make myself a coffee and then we'll head out from there. But the view from the tent, that's something special. Yep, this is the view. Not a bad view to wake up to. gonna fall asleep for a little bit longer, Elo? Oh, how does my hand taste? Beneath this whole setup is a sleeping bag on the ground, and beneath the sleeping bag is these interlocking foam mats. So this is insulation. This is to keep things clean, and just a layer, like an underlayer. And then I have my sleeping pad and then sleeping bag. You cleaning yourself? Good girl. Good girl. Oh, good try, Elo. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Elo, stay. Elo, stay. Take it. Good girl. This is it, the final update of the trip. It's day 3. It was supposed to be sunny. It's been overcast and a little bit windy, but still a nice morning. We woke up, did breakfast, all that stuff. Took Elo for a walk, hung out around the campsite for a bit, slowly packed up camp, and now it's 12 o'clock and we just left. We're driving up the Rock Lake Road to get to Highway 60 and drive home. It was a awesome few days, minus the hospital visit for my thumb. It's wild how different the trips were, the part 1 and part 2 of the weekend versus these past few days, in terms of just, one was go paddling, hiking. The fall colors were different. There's a lot more leaf fall right now. I think the colors are past peak. I haven't looked at the official status, but I'm pretty sure they're past peak over the past few days, and a lot more leaf fall on the ground. The campgrounds were half empty because this is during the week now, so it was a lot quieter. Just very different experience, even though it was only a few days apart. But very happy that I decided to come back to do both. That's it. We're gonna do the drive now, and it's the end of the trip. See you later.